My name is Jennifer Walsh. I'm 52, a pediatric nurse in Denver, Colorado. And on Christmas Day last year, I spent 14 hours working a double shift while my family celebrated without me. They told me I was being dramatic when I said it hurt. They had no idea what I'd seen, what I'd saved, what I was planning to do with it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you how a family group chat can destroy 20 years of pretending everything's fine. I've been a nurse for 28 years. Started right out of community college, worked my way up from bedside care to the pediatric ICU. The job is hard. Sick kids, terrified parents, life and death decisions made in seconds. But it's also the most important thing I've ever done. You don't become a nurse for the money. You do it because someone has to show up when people need help most. Even on Christmas. Last year, our unit was slammed. RSV outbreak, flu season, a car accident that brought in 3 siblings. We were short-staffed. 2 nurses called out sick. One's mother had died. My supervisor asked if anyone could take a double. Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. I looked at my phone. The family group chat. My parents, my 3 siblings, their spouses, the cousins. Plans for Christmas dinner at my sister Lauren's house. Dinner was at 3 p.m. My shift would end at 2 p.m. if I only worked the day shift. But someone needed to cover the overnight. I'll do it, I said. My supervisor almost cried with relief. Jenny, are you sure? It's Christmas. These kids need someone who knows them. I'll do it. I texted the family chat. Got called in for a double. Won't make dinner, sorry. Merry Christmas, everyone. The responses came fast. Mom, oh, honey, can't someone else do it? Lauren, seriously? On Christmas? My brother Mark. That sucks, Jay, my youngest sister Rachel. Can you at least stop by after? Me. I'll be working until 2 a.m., sorry. Lauren. Well, that's disappointing. That was it. That was the sum total of their concern. Not, thank you for saving lives. Not, we're proud of you. Just disappointment that I wouldn't be there to pass the mashed potatoes. I worked 14 hours. Held a 6-year-old's hand while she struggled to breathe. Talked a terrified mother through her son's seizure. Sang Silent Night to a baby in the ICU who had no family visiting. At 2 a.m., I drove home through empty streets. My scrub smelled like antiseptic and exhaustion. My feet hurt so badly I could barely press the gas pedal. I cried in my driveway for 20 minutes before going inside to my empty house. Merry Christmas. 3 days later, I was at my parents' house. Belated Christmas gathering. Everyone was there, the whole extended family, exchanging gifts, eating leftovers, pretending I hadn't missed anything important. How was work? My dad asked, perfunctory. Busy. We saved a little girl's life Christmas Eve. Touch and go for a while. That's nice. He turned back to my nephew. So you were saying about your new gaming system? That was the extent of their interest in my Christmas. I helped my mom in the kitchen. My phone was charging on the counter. It buzzed. A notification. The family group chat. I glanced at it without thinking. Mark had added a message to a different chat. A chat I'd never seen before. Family dinner planning without Jenny. My stomach dropped. I picked up my phone. Unlocked it. The notification opened to a group chat that included everyone. My parents, Lauren, Mark, Rachel, their spouses, even my teenage nieces and nephews. Everyone except me. I scrolled up. The chat had been created in October. 3 months of messages. Planning Thanksgiving. Planning Christmas. Planning New Year's. Making decisions about family gatherings, gift exchanges, who was hosting what. All without me. I kept scrolling. My hands were shaking. October 15th. Lauren, should we invite Jenny to Thanksgiving? Rachel. I mean, she'll probably have to work anyway. Mark, she always has some excuse. Mom, she's just so negative lately. Always complaining about being tired, Dad. Let's just plan without her. She can come if she's available, November 20th. Rachel. Jenny's asking about Christmas, Lauren. Tell her it's at 3. If she can't make it, oh well. Mark, honestly, it's more fun without her. She just talks about work the whole time. Mom. She's always been dramatic. Remember when she made that big deal about missing Mark's graduation? I'd been in the ICU during Mark's graduation. A patient coded, a 12-year-old boy. I'd stayed an extra 4 hours to make sure he stabilized. Mark never thanked me for the gift I sent. Never acknowledged the card. But apparently, he'd been holding a grudge for 6 years. December 20th. The day I'd texted about working Christmas. Lauren. Of course she's working Christmas. So predictable, Rachel. Does she even try to get the holidays off? Mark. She probably volunteers for it to get the martyr points, Mom. Let's just have a nice dinner without her drama. She always makes everything about her. I stood in my mother's kitchen, reading messages from my family, messages about me, about how I was dramatic, how I was negative, how I was a martyr for working, for saving lives, for being a nurse. Jenny, my mom's voice. Can you pass me that bowl? I looked up at her. This woman who'd raised me, who'd taught me about compassion and service, who'd called me dramatic in a secret group chat for missing Christmas because I was in the ICU. Sure, I said. I handed her the bowl, and I took a screenshot of every single message. I didn't confront them. Not then. I went home that night and read through the screenshots again. Months of casual cruelty, months of dismissal, months of planning around my absence while complaining about my presence. My sister Rachel called the next day. Hey, want to get coffee? Why? What do you mean, why? I just want to see you. When's the last time you asked me to coffee outside of a holiday obligation? A pause. I don't know. I've been busy. Right, me too. I'm going to pass. Jenny, are you mad about something? No, just tired. There you go with the tired thing again. Maybe if you didn't work so much. I hung up. Lauren texted. Mom said you were weird at dinner. Everything okay? I didn't respond. Mark called. Left a voicemail. Hey Jay, haven't heard from you in a bit. Call me back. I deleted it. I stopped responding to the family group chat. The real one, where they pretended to include me. Let the messages pile up. Didn't react. Didn't engage. Jenny? My mom. Calling. You've been very quiet lately. Is something wrong? No, Mom, everything's fine. Just busy with work. You're always busy with work. Maybe you should think about cutting back. Spending more time with family? Maybe. We're planning Easter. Are you going to make it, or are you going to work that too? I'll let you know, Jenny, honestly. You're being very difficult. Sorry, Mom, gotta go. Patient needs me. I hung up, and I started planning. Thanksgiving arrived cold and clear. Snow already on the ground, that particular Colorado brightness that makes everything look sharp. I'd been invited to Thanksgiving. Of course I had. I was in the real group chat, the one where they pretended to want me there. Lauren, Thanksgiving at my place. 2 p.m., can't wait to see everyone. I responded, I'll be there. Lauren, really? You're not working? Me. I requested the day off specifically. Rachel, wow, that's great. Mark, see you then, sis mom. Wonderful honey. We miss you. I wondered how long they'd talked about me in the other chat, the one I wasn't supposed to know about. Thanksgiving morning, I got ready carefully, wore a nice sweater, did my hair, put on makeup, printed out the screenshots, all of them, 3 months of messages, stapled them together in a neat packet, made 7 copies, 1 for each adult family member. Drove to Lauren's house at 1:45 p.m. Early. The driveway was already full. I parked on the street, walked up to the door with my purse in one hand and a manila envelope in the other, rang the doorbell. Lauren answered, glass of wine already in hand. Jenny, you're early. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Come in. Everyone's here. Everyone was in the living room. Mom and Dad on the couch, Mark and his wife by the fireplace, Rachel and her husband near the TV, kids running around, normal, familiar, a scene I'd been part of for decades. Jenny's here, Lauren announced. Hey, scattered greetings, smiles that didn't quite reach eyes. How's work? Dad asked. Busy. Always busy. Of course it is. Mom, with a slight edge. You're always busy. I set down my purse. Held on to the envelope. Actually, before we eat, I wanted to share something with everyone. Oh? Lauren, already looking nervous. Like she sensed something coming. I made some copies. There's one for each of you. I pulled out the packets. Started handing them out. What is this? Mark taking his. Just some reading material. I thought we could all look at it together. Mom opened hers. Her face went white. Dad opened his. looked up at me. Jennifer. It's interesting, I continued, my voice calm. How much planning goes into family events. All the coordination, all the group chats. Rachel's hands were shaking. Jenny, where did you get this? You added me by accident. Back in December, one of those group message glitches. I saw everything. Silence. 3 months, I said. 3 months of you planning around me, talking about me, calling me dramatic, calling me a martyr, wondering if I even tried to get holidays off. Jenny, we can explain, Lauren started. Explain what? Explain how you made a secret chat specifically to exclude me? How you mocked me for working? How you called me negative and dramatic? We were just venting. Mark. Venting. Right. About the sister who works in pediatric ICU, who missed Christmas because she was saving children's lives, who's missed dozens of family events because someone has to take care of sick kids while you're all eating turkey. You always make it about your job. Rachel. My job? My job is keeping children alive. Your job, I looked at her, is marketing luxury cars. Mark, you sell insurance. Lauren, you're a yoga instructor. And somehow my job, the one where I literally save lives, is the one you mock. Mom stood up. Jennifer, you're being unfair. We love you. We just sometimes wish you'd prioritize family more. Prioritize family. I laughed. It came out harsh. I've spent 20 years putting family first. Switching shifts to make it to birthdays. Taking extra hours to afford better Christmas presents. Calling you all every week even when you never call me. And this... I gestured to the packets. This is what I get. Secret chats, mockery, being called dramatic. We didn't mean... Dad started. Yes, you did. You meant every word. I saw it, months of it. You just never meant for me to see it. My voice stayed steady. That nurse voice, the one I use in emergencies. Here's what's going to happen. I'm leaving. I'm not eating Thanksgiving dinner with people who don't respect me. And going forward, I'm done. Done with what? Mom's voice was shrill now. Done with this. The obligation. The pretending. The showing up to events where I'm not actually wanted. You want family dinners without the dramatic, negative, martyred nurse. Great. You got it. I picked up my purse. Jenny, you can't just leave... Lauren, watch me. You're being ridiculous. Mark. No, I'm being honest. Maybe for the first time in 20 years, I'm being completely honest about how this family makes me feel. I walked to the door. Jennifer Marie Walsh. My mother's full name voice, the one she'd used when I was a child. If you walk out that door, you'll regret it. I turned back, looked at her. Mom, I've regretted a lot of things over the years, missing my own life to attend events where I'm mocked behind my back. But I'll never regret this. I left. Got in my car. Drove away while they stood on the porch calling after me. I got home at 3 p.m. Made myself a grilled cheese sandwich. Poured a glass of wine. Sat on my couch in the quiet. Then I opened my laptop. Created a new post on Facebook. Set it to public, uploaded one screenshot. The worst one. The one from December 20th where they called me a martyr for working Christmas. Where my mother said I made everything about me. Where my siblings mocked me for being tired. I wrote a simple caption. This is what my family says about me in their secret group chat because I'm a pediatric ICU nurse who works holidays. I spent Christmas saving a 6-year-old's life. They spent it mocking me for missing dinner. I'm sharing this because I want people to know. Healthcare workers don't miss your holidays for fun. We miss them because someone has to care for the people who need us most. And we deserve better than this. I hit post, put my phone down, ate my sandwich. The post went viral. Not immediately. First it was my friends, nurses I worked with, other healthcare workers. They shared it. Then it spread. By 8 p.m., it had 500 shares. By midnight, 5,000. By morning, 50,000 people were furious at my family. People shared their own stories of working holidays, of missing events, of being called dramatic for saving lives. The comments poured in. This is disgusting. Your family should be ashamed. As a fellow nurse, thank you for speaking up. This is why so many of us burn out. I hope your family sees this and realizes what they've done. You're a hero. They're the dramatic ones. My phone was exploding. Messages from old friends, former coworkers, people I hadn't talked to in years, and messages from my family. Lauren. Jenny, delete this right now. Mark. What the hell is wrong with you? This is private. Rachel, you're embarrassing the whole family. Mom, Jennifer, take this down immediately. We need to talk. Dad, this is going too far. Call me. I didn't respond to any of them. Just watched the numbers climb. 100,000 shares. 200,000 local news picked it up. Then national news. Denver nurse's viral post exposes family's secret chat. Mocking her for working Christmas, my supervisor called. Jenny, I just saw your post. I want you to know, the hospital stands behind you. We're proud of you, and we're sorry you've dealt with this. My coworkers sent flowers, a card signed by the entire pediatric unit. Strangers sent money to my Venmo. For the holiday dinner you deserved. I donated it all to the Children's Hospital Foundation. But my family? Silence in the real group chat. Chaos in my personal messages. 3 days after Thanksgiving, they showed up at my house, all of them. Mom, Dad, Lauren, Mark, Rachel, united front. I opened the door. We need to talk, Mom said. Do we? Jenny, please. Let us in, I stepped aside. Let them file into my living room. They sat. I remained standing. You've humiliated us, Lauren started. Do you know how many people have sent me that post? My friends, my yoga clients. Everyone's talking about it. Good. Good? Jenny, you made us look like monsters. I didn't make you look like anything. I just showed people what you said. In your own words. It was taken out of context. Mark, what context makes it okay? What context makes it acceptable to mock your sister for missing Christmas because she was in the ICU? We were venting, Rachel, in a secret chat, for 3 months, about how I'm dramatic and negative and a martyr. We didn't mean it like that. Mom. Then how did you mean it? Silence. You want me to take it down, I said. That's why you're here. Because it's gone viral and now people know what you said, and it's embarrassing. It's destroying our family. Dad? No, Dad. You destroyed our family when you made that chat, when you decided I wasn't worth including, when you mocked me for caring more about sick kids than turkey dinner. That's not fair. Lauren. Fair? You want to talk about fair? I've spent 20 years bending over backward for this family, missing sleep to make it to events, switching shifts, sacrificing my own life, and you repaid me with contempt. We love you. Mom, crying now. You love the version of me that shows up and doesn't complain, the version that's convenient. But the moment I prioritize my actual job, saving children's lives, I'm dramatic. What do you want from us? Mark, angry now. Nothing. Anymore. I don't want your apologies. I don't want your explanations. I just want you to leave me alone. Jenny, you can't mean that. Rachel, I do. I'm done. Done with the obligation. Done with the judgment. Done with trying to earn love from people who see me as a burden. You're our daughter. Mom. Then act like it. Act like you're proud of what I do. Act like you understand why I work holidays. Act like my job matters. It does matter. Not to you. Not enough. If it did, you wouldn't have made that chat. You wouldn't have said those things. Are you ever going to forgive us? Dad asked quietly. I don't know. Right now, I'm just trying to forgive myself. For what? For taking 20 years to realize I deserved better. They left. One by one, some crying, some angry. I closed the door behind them, and for the first time in 20 years, I felt light. The post stayed viral for 2 weeks. Interview requests, podcast invitations, healthcare advocacy groups wanting me to speak. I declined most of them. This wasn't about fame. It was about truth. But I did one interview with a nursing magazine. Why did you share the screenshots? The reporter asked. Because healthcare workers are tired of being taken for granted. We're tired of missing holidays and being called dramatic. We're tired of sacrificing everything and getting nothing but judgment in return. Do you regret it? No. I regret staying silent for so long. The article came out. More shares, more support, and more messages from my family. But these were different. From my nephew, Tyler, 16. Mark's son, Aunt Jenny. I didn't know they said those things about you. I'm sorry. What you do is amazing. I want to be a doctor because of you, from my niece, Sophie, Lauren's daughter. Mom showed me the chat. I told her it was mean. You're my favorite aunt. I'm sorry they hurt you, from cousins, from extended family I barely knew, people taking sides, people speaking up, and from my siblings. Eventually, real apologies. Not sorry you were offended, but sorry we hurt you. Too little. Maybe too late. But something. It's been a year now since that Thanksgiving. I didn't go to Christmas. Didn't go to Easter. Didn't go to any family gathering for 6 months. My family had to sit with my absence. Had to feel what it was like when I wasn't there to smooth things over, to bring gifts, to show up. In July, my mom called. Your father's having a birthday party. Small. Just immediate family. We'd really like you to come. Why? Because we miss you. Because we were wrong. Because we want a chance to do better. What does better look like? I don't know yet, but we want to try. If you'll let us. I went. Stayed for 2 hours. It was awkward, careful, everyone on their best behavior. But it was honest. For the first time in years, it was honest. I still work holidays, still miss events, still prioritize my patients. But now when I tell my family I can't make it, they say different things. Thank you for what you do. We're proud of you. We'll miss you, but we understand. Small changes. Maybe not enough, but something. Here's what I learned. Family shouldn't be an obligation that costs you your dignity. Love that requires you to shrink yourself isn't love. It's convenience. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do is show people exactly who you are, even if it's not who they wanted you to be. I'm still a nurse. Still work in pediatric ICU. Still miss holidays. But I'm not apologizing for it anymore. Not to my family, not to anyone. Because every Christmas I spend in the hospital, I'm someone's answered prayer. Every Thanksgiving I work, I'm the reason a child goes home to their family. My family sees that now. Maybe not all of them, maybe not completely. But they're trying. And I'm trying to let them. That's not forgiveness. Not yet. It's just possibility. To anyone reading this, if you're a healthcare worker who's been called dramatic for working holidays, if you're anyone who's been mocked for prioritizing your job, your calling, your purpose, if you have family who only loves the convenient version of you, you're not dramatic. You're not a martyr. You're not too much. You're just surrounded by people who are too little, and you deserve better than secret group chats and mock concern. You deserve to be celebrated for your sacrifices, respected for your choices, loved without conditions. And if your family can't do that, then they're the ones missing out. Not you, never you. If this story resonated with you, if you've been called dramatic for having boundaries, if you've been mocked for missing events because you were serving others, share it. Comment below with your own story. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because these conversations save lives. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is show people their own words. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from love that costs you yourself.